In this video, we're going to show you how to set your eye candy Peach Carrycot up. When you take all of the items out of the box, you'll notice that you'll get two bits of frame like this. This is going to be your Carrycot frame. What you need to do is lay the frame down like so, ensuring that the zippers are always facing the roof. So not facing it like this, but making sure it's facing upright. The button on the frame is the top of the frame, and this shorter piece of frame is the bottom. So what you need to do is grab your fabric out. Now, to figure out which is the top and bottom of the fabric, there are two little pieces of fabric with wiring in them that sits closer to the bottom. Another way of figuring it out is there's a little white tag at the top, and that sits closest to the side with a button. Face the fabric down into the frame like so, and the first and most important part you're going to do is feed these two pieces of fabric through the bottom part of the frame. Now, in the bottom part of the frame, there are two little slits. The fabric needs to feed through those slits because that's what's going to support the weight of the child. So what we do first is slide it through like so. You want to put your zipper on at the bottom just slightly, so just putting it to about there, and then putting the frames in together. There's little buttons on here. The press studs, you're going to want to press the press studs into the side of the frame and on the fabric here, like so. Attach the top zipper just slightly, and then you're going to get your board out. Now, on one side of the board there are little feet, and on the other side there are little clips. The feet are going to face down, and they are going to come through the little holes on the inside of the fabric. So place the board down and make sure that the little feet come through those little holes. The next thing you're going to do is get your two bars. These bars are what are going to give your Carrycot its shape. Grab your Carrycot bars and place them in like so. By attaching the zipper just slightly on both sides. The next part you're going to do is notice that on each side there are little slits through the fabric which these bars are going to feed through. Feed them through just slightly, and then you'll notice that on the inside of the frame there is a little piece like this on both sides that this is going to attach to. Clip it on and do that on both sides before pulling it firmly. Just like that. And now what you're going to do is hold the frame and pull this in to those little holes. Once you hear them click, you know that it's now taking shape. Push in like so. And now you can do your zippers up. If you find that your zippers are a little stiff, the fabric may not have come through here. The little feet may have not come through, so push them through and the zipper should go on firmly like so. Doing the zipper up on both sides. Next, you are going to take your inside white lining. This is machine washable, so it can be taken out at any time to wash. Popping that zipper on. And taking out your mattress. Placing your belly bar inside like so, and then attaching your apron. Remembering to move the apron on warm days, and instead purchasing a screen cover to protect the whole Carrycot on warmer days. There's an inside zipper that will attach this, and you can zip that all the way around. Place them inside the Carrycot, and you'll notice your apron will attach to the bottom part of the frame, and you can zip that on, remembering on warmer days to remove this and to purchase a sunshade to provide full coverage for your Carrycot. You can zip that all the way around. Pop your belly bar on. And the next thing you want to do is make these little pieces of frame go straight, because you're wanting your Carrycot to sit straight on the pram frame. Press this button here at the top and push the arms straight down. That will allow your Carrycot to sit straight on the pram. And lastly, we're going to set the canopy up. With the canopy, there's the canopy frame and the canopy fabric. You'll notice that on one side there is the zipper with the mesh opening, and then on the other side there's a little bit of boning that runs all the way through the canopy. Now on one side of that boning there is a little tag which says Candy Peach, and if you run your fingers along the side all the way to the other side, you'll notice that there isn't anything. Now you're going to start by holding this side of the boning, and you're going to hold the canopy frame like so. Now on one side of the frame it's smooth, and on the other side there's an opening. Now if you look at both sides, on one side it's slightly more opened than the other. We're going to start on that side, which is just here. What we're going to do is hold the bottom of the boning, feed it through that opening, and we're going to keep our fingers close to the boning and frame and just feed it through like so, feeding it through until it all is attached, feeding through. Now you'll notice it's attached like so. It should be flat, and then the front opening should sit like that. Then we are going to pop the canopy frame into its little slots, and then you're going to attach the press stud to the side, pop your zipper on, attach your apron to the press studs as well to provide protection from wind. And that's how you set your Carrycot up. The last piece that we're going to do is setting the canopy up. This is the canopy frame, and this is your canopy fabric. You'll notice on one side of the canopy frame it is smooth, and on the other side there is an opening. On the piece with the opening is where the fabric is going to attach to. Now on the fabric, you'll notice on one side there's a zipper with the opening of the mesh ventilation, and on the other side you'll notice that there is a piece of wire that runs through the fabric that is going to attach to this frame. Now on that piece, on one side you'll notice it says Eye Candy Peach, and if you run your fingers across that, you'll notice that on the other end there's nothing. We're going to start by using that side. So what you're going to do is hold the piece of wire with your 2 fingers and hold the frame that has the slight opening. So as you can see here, it's quite thin, and on this side there's just a little slight opening. This piece of wire is going to feed through there. So what we're going to do is feed that little bit of wire into that opening. Keeping your fingers close, we are going to push it in like so until all of the fabric has fed all the way around. You'll notice that the Eye Candy Peach little tab will come through. Attach your press studs, and that will form your canopy, making sure that the frame and the top piece is flat, and then you'll be able to pull that piece of fabric out for morning and afternoon glare. Take your canopy, place it inside the little canopy slots, pop that in, attach your side zipper, attach the press studs to the side of the canopy fabric, and that's your canopy made.